Good day everyone, David here, RF Shop. My previous video I covered the basic principle of Wi-Fi calling and really just try to explain why it excites me and what I think is really useful coming out of Wi-Fi calling. It actually seems it's quite a successful topic, and I did have the opportunity this week to go out to the region where I mentioned earlier, Maiponga, so that's further down south. We did an antenna install there, which is that by itself is quite a lot of fun. But on my way back, I just quickly stopped and I did a demonstration on Wi-Fi calling, because I'm on Vodafone, so down there Vodafone has no coverage. Telstra has a better coverage, so I had an option, and I had my Telstra Nighthawk with me, the Netgear Nighthawk M2, connected that to my vehicle antennas. Now, just for the fun, I guess, I installed two GME Rode off-road antennas on my vehicle. Some detail in the video to come. And I just wanted to give a bit of background before I go into this video, because I just want you to look at the video. And the first one is, I did get a few questions on flight mode. So obviously, in my demonstration last week, I put my phone into flight mode, and that caused some confusion. So I just want to clarify that I put my phone in flight mode myself, so that I'm in the middle of a very good signal area. So by going into flight mode, I turn off all the radios, and then I can just turn on the Wi-Fi, so I know my phone is just the Wi-Fi device at that point in time. It doesn't mean flight mode is at all relevant here. It was just me in my demonstration. I realized in my test that I did earlier this week, I did the same again, which is really just to make sure that I turn off the 4G phone in my phone. That it doesn't have to be done otherwise. The other one is caller ID. Now, in the demonstration, you'll see I actually called the office when I was outside, and Danny from the office picked up, and she immediately talk to me directly rather than first saying who it is and stuff. So with Wi-Fi calling, it's really seamless. You make the call as if you are making the phone call from any phone to any phone. I have heard as well you can do cross apps. So I did mention in my previous video you can go from WhatsApp to WhatsApp or Skype to Skype, but nothing else. Apparently there is some cross connections available by now, FaceTime to WhatsApp and so forth. But the point for me was more, with Wi-Fi calling, you don't need an app. It's you calling to any landline, anything else. It's your phone is just doing the same it always does. That's the key message. And I am super excited, and I guess you'll actually see my expression in the video itself. So that's really it. So I just want to show you the video. So first of all, I went down to Maiponga. It's a beautiful drive, so anybody who's ever here in South Australia, you need to just do the south. You need to do this drive that I'm taking here as I'm showing this now. And then on my way back, there we go, there's the video. So at the moment I'm in Maiponga in the south of South Australia. On the phone that I'm using, that I'm talking to at the moment, is a 3G phone. It's an iPhone. It's on a Vodafone connection, but the Vodafone signal is about 3G 2 or 1 bar on my screen itself, so I can't really make calls. I tried making a call to the office and it's not working, because I can hear them, they can't hear me, that kind of scenario. So what I'm going to demonstrate is if I can get a better signal using these bull bar antennas. Now, I can't get a good signal through my phone because my phone is what it is, so I need to do something else, which I'll show you just now. Just quickly, on the antennas that I have, two bull bar antennas, GME 4G antennas. They're separated by 0.5 meter, so that gives you the separation we need to get some MIMO system going. I also tried to make them at different heights, so I also have a bit of spatial diversity, both in distance and also in height. So let me show you what the setup is I have on the inside. Okay, so sorry, it's a talking head here, but so the cable is in. So I have two antenna cables here, which is just a classic one, and I have my Telstra Nighthawk. So this is on the Aldi mobile network. Currently, if I look at the signal that I have, just see if I can show you. It is on, just hold on, sorry about this. Broadband status, I get minus 1112 RSRP, so not great. Could be used, but it's not great. So I'm just gonna connect my antenna ports and connect the actual signal itself, and then see what the difference is going to be. Well, so as we just saw, I least got some improvement. I went from minus 1112 RSRP to minus 105 RSRP. I guess the proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to put my phone on Wi-Fi calling. I'm going to call the office to tell them I'm on my way back, and let's see if I can make a connection and if they can actually hear me, because when I use my phone through Vodafone, that doesn't work. Now my Telstra Nighthawk is on the Aldine network, so that's a Telstra connection. So I have a local Wi-Fi, and then just having a local Wi-Fi, that's all I need. And then let's see what happens when I use my Vodafone phone on a Wi-Fi network to connect the office to say I'm on my way. Let's have a look. So I am on, I turned my actual phone off, so for the sake of showing, I'm going to put on, what do you call it, flight mode. I'm turning on flight mode just so it's a clean connection. I'm just scared it might still try to go to actual Vodafone 4G, and then I have a not so good connection. So I'm on flight mode while Wi-Fi is on. I am connected to Wi-Fi, and I can just call Danny, see what she says. So put it on speakerphone.
Hi, you reached our shop for general inquiries and
well, that's working. That's working. It's working fine. Let's see if she could hear me.
Hello, David.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm actually on my way back.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm actually doing a test call on my phone to demonstrate that Wi-Fi calling is working in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
So,
is it working now? You're calling?
Well, you can hear me, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, exactly. So that's it. So, Danny, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Thanks.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
All good.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Thanks.
All
Talk
good.
to you now.
See you soon.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Man, what do I want? This is perfect. It's really so cool. It's the next big. I mean, what did they say? It's the best thing since sliced bread. Now, in being connected, Wi-Fi calling, it's the best thing ever, because right now, that was a perfect call. It was clear and whatever. I'm happy. I'm very impressed. I'm very happy. So this whole concept of running around with a modem and a 4G connection, without a booster, without a cell phone, without anything else, that's the thing. That's the thing. We'll see how this goes. Cheers. Okay, well, that was definitely my experience on Wi-Fi calling in real life. One thing I do want to mention, and I just want to mention this now, is you may have seen I improved my signal on my Nighthawk from 112 or minus 112 RSRP to minus 105 RSRP. So that was good, and that's what the antenna does, and I'm very happy with that, so no problems at all. What did happen though, just after I stopped the video, is I got a call in for something else when I was on this connection. So I disconnected the antennas, and then my modem was still online, but it was on minus 112 RSRP. So really, for internet purposes, not great anymore. I was 10 minutes on the phone with a Wi-Fi call with a fairly slow connection, and it worked like a dream. I actually had the whole thing done. So the focus with the antenna in that test was to show the antenna can give you that 7 dB improvement. 7 dB in this case wasn't the deal maker that made it suddenly work. It was just good to show the antennas is working. This would be more relevant if you say you go down to minus 120 dB RSRP or minus 120 dBm RSRP to get it down to a reasonable number like minus 112 or minus 113 dBm. But Wi-Fi calling works well even if the signal is already for what you would think. If you want to go on YouTube and YouTube no longer works, it's just not fast enough, Wi-Fi calling seems to still work like a dream. So I'm sold. Anyway, that's it for me on Wi-Fi calling. I think I've done a demo. I've explained the principle in the previous video. If you like what we're doing on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. Also make any comments and give us questions, because as I heard earlier today, I might run out of material soon enough. So please give me topics that you think we should play with and have a look at. Also, apart from subscribing to our YouTube channel, please visit our website rfshop.com.au and send us a question. There's an email there, or give us a call and we'll happily help you. Other than that, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.